What's up, fam? Today we're planting cherry trees. I know a question a lot of y'all might ask is, do you remove this burlap bag? The container comes in, and the short answer is yes. And why? A lot of times that they're made of vinyl. They're not really made out of the natural materials that you think they are. So to be safe, we do just we expose the roots directly. And to make more space of this container and to keep it safe, they've added a layer of mulch to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take everything out, we're gonna separate the mulch, we're going to add some compost to our backfill soil, and we're going to remove the bag from the root ball. We're going to take the plant, put it in there, backfill with the manure, and then we're going to take that same mulch that was in there, and then we're going to put that on top. Mulch is not really meant to be in with the soil. Unfortunately, it ties up your nitrogen. I'm sure you guys have heard that before. One piece of wood mulch probably will cover around 1 millimeter around its surface. So if you have a couple pieces in there, no big deal. But if you have a whole bunch of it, that 1 millimeter per piece adds up. So be mindful of it, but by no means you don't have to be perfect, okay? But you do have to be very careful when removing this root ball from this container. So let's try to do this safely, right? So to do that, I take it, I put the container on its side. I let that mulch, I'm not worried about this mulch at all, because there's no real roots in this mulch. I'll roll it around a bit just so I can kind of get out what I need to get out, and then I'll pull this root ball out. Like I said, I'm not concerned about this mulch at all. We'll kind of want to expose these roots. That looks nice. And I'll work on a slant. Makes it a little bit easier for me. And then I'll cut these at a few places. Got little man helping out in the garden today. So as you can see, the root ball is completely out and pretty exposed. Don't worry if you take off a little bit of roots during the process. Just be careful. Be careful not to disturb the center. And if you gotta just kind of roll it back and forth, you roll it back and forth. Now, I'm just gonna leave this here on its side. It's not hurting anything. This plant is doing a little feng shui. As you can see, it's kind of leaning to its side. I'm gonna take a scoop of this lightly amended. Right now we have alpaca compost in here. Take a scoop at the bottom. I'll level it out. That's pretty safe. That looks pretty good. Now the hole should be twice as wide as the container that it came in. So twice as wide as that root ball. It's a little bigger than that. And it was deeper. We did backfill a little bit with some soil. And we're gonna do that a little bit more. Now these cherry trees, they like a lot of good compost in there from what I'm getting. So definitely don't need any weeds growing in there, but definitely use about 50% compost and 50% native soil. That's a pretty safe mix there. Now I use quite a bit of alpaca fertilizer, but not, or alpaca compost, but not too much. Low compost from our garden, and that'll do. Trying my best not to get too many wood chips in there. And now that this is covered pretty well, cover it even better. It's all about cover. So now we can add the layer of mulch that it came with. Probably be mixed in there with sand, that's okay. A lot of times you would think, hey, I'm just gonna take the contents of the container and dump it right into the hole. And that's just what you would think. It doesn't say anywhere on the container to not mix the mulch it came in with the soil. It doesn't say that. But you're gonna notice your plant's not gonna take in nitrogen like it should. So we've got this mulch here on top. We're gonna add a little bit of our own as well. But yeah, that's the way we like to do it. Quite a bit of organic matter in there, composted of course, 50% compost, 50% native soil. So whatever was in here before, pretty much, it was pretty good. So this area hasn't been, you know, manhandled for too long. So that's it. You know, we're going to keep you guys updated. This is the Black Tartarian Sweet Cherry. Really excited about that. So stay tuned. And one more thing, we are going to put a little cardboard around the side of this, and then we're going to put some more dirt on top of that, just like we did over there. We're gonna fill this entire area with wood chips. We've already put down the layer of alpaca manure, as you can see.